It's a crisp, fresh morning here in the Extremadura. Had a lovely night's kip next to the lake, but now it's time to get unpacked and hit the water, as I'm absolutely itching to catch a carp from this lake. Literally, I only spent one night here last week, but that was enough to sow a seed that's absolutely grown inside, and yeah, I'm really focused on catching a fish from this lake. I've got 7 days before Christmas, so I'm hoping to be able to eke one out before then, hopefully a good one. But yeah, this is it, the last dance for the last time in 2020. Let's get this year wrapped up. Well, there's been a slight change of plan. I did initially intend to go fish an area that we baited up last week when we left, but I have just seen about 8 carp show in about 30 minutes here. Now, most of them have been small, but the last one was a decent sized fish, knocking on for 20 kilos, and it was all between 10 metres and 70 metres range. Now, I'd be a fool to leave this spot and head off to the pre-baited area and fish there, especially after I've seen carp, as finding carp in this lake is a real difficult challenge given the size of the venue. Well, I decided to go for a couple of approaches on the rig front, with this one being the first, which is basically a fluoro D-rig with a critically balanced tiger nut and a bit of pop-up fake corn, a little sinker in the middle, fished on a size 4 claw. Now, this rig has done me ever so well in the past, especially on clear water venues, and the water here is very clear. But I have found it to give irregular hook holds, especially if there's a large population of crayfish in the lake, and there is a few crayfish I spotted in the margin, so the chances are there's a hell of a lot of crayfish in here. Now, the second rig has been my most successful rig ever. Now, this rig has given me more big carp than any other rig I've ever used, and it's basically a combi blowback rig, fished with, again, a critically balanced hook bait, with a little bit of fake corn and a bit of cork in the tiger nut. And yeah, that one's done the business this year, so I'm definitely going to be giving this one a go alongside the Fluoro D rig. I've also tied up a few of these little PVA meshes. The main reason for that is to give a little bit of free food around the hook bait, and also to protect the point on the way down. The bottom is incredibly rocky and a lot of stones, so I just want to make sure that point's protected by just nicking it inside that little bag, and yeah, that should give us a little bit of food around that presentation and hopefully tempt a big carp. Time's cracking on a bit now, so I do really need to get the 4 rods in the water and find myself some spots, but yeah, I'm pretty confident. I'm sure as anglers, we all have bucket list venues we dream of fishing. In recent years, I've been lucky enough to tick quite a few of them off that list, but one particular venue has remained high up the rankings for me. Orellana, 37 kilometres of wild, rugged landscape, lined by hundreds and hundreds of bays and containing some very big carp. The last days of 2020 would see me realise my dream of fishing this challenging venue and catching some truly incredible fish. But I can assure you, it was a hard 8 nights. Yeah!
Team 1 have had a wonderful time. They've only gone and caught another big one. I was just over the moon. It's been an incredible session.